About 3 kilometers into my first part of the walk today on the 30th, and so I want to just take a quick minute. I'm going to pop in and out because it's not raining right now, so a little bit windy, a little bit warm and muggy, but just want to say thanks to all the donors. Mathematically, I'm looking at probably, when all is said and done, I'm hoping to be about $800, maybe a bit more when this is all done. Because the coffee thing, I'll work out to about 50 bucks. The pledging for walking every day, $5 a day, for me and people that matched it, it's gonna work out to about $450. And then I have about just over $300 in other donations that people just came in, donated, which I appreciate and encourage you to keep doing. So, all in all, my goal today is walk enough kilometers. My math's gonna put me over 140 kilometers walked for the month. Take a break, almost an hour and a half of walking in. Took my notes, things I wanted to talk about. So, one of the things I want to talk about is the awareness. And this walk, Bladder Cancer Canada is only about 12 years old. This walk is still really in its infancy. This is the only real walk in the Maritime provinces. We have Facebook pages for, Moncton, St. John's, Newfoundland, and Cape Breton, yet there's not a lot of activity on them. And that's because we don't really have anyone managing other than national. So, to me, that speaks to how far our awareness activities still need to go. So, the website itself, there's a lot of good information on there, but you have to get the website out there to be seen by people. So when I start looking at how things are going all over, I know there's still a long way that bladder cancer awareness needs to go. So one of the big things people need to do is expand the circles of it. As I've said before, people in my circle of friends, they know about bladder cancer. I've probably told them. What do your friends know about it? So if you don't share the message and tell them, or blood in your urine is a sign of bladder cancer. They may not think about it, might not get checked. That's a lack of awareness. You want to do something about that. So it looks like it's starting to spit a little bit of rain, so I'm going to go through a couple other things real quick. One of the local supports for Bladder Cancer Canada is mostly support groups. A lot of them have gone virtual due to COVID, but that has allowed us to have a greater reach if people know they can reach out. Because I was reached out to by Edmonton to connect with another military member. So that way I could talk to him about what the military process was like for me after my diagnosis. So when the information and awareness gets out there, we can actually help each other. And that is a big thing we want to add. So on to the military side of things. Right now, I'm still in the military for a few more months. I'm on what's called VRPSM, Vocational Rehabilitation Program Serving Member. So one of the things I'm trying to do with that is start working with civilian organizations so that I can find out more about how to transition the skills I have from the military into valuable content for the civilian market. So here's a perfect example of one that I'm going to work on, and I just offered it to Bladder Cancer Canada in an email this morning, is coaching for people who are not familiar with running Facebook pages. I don't consider myself an expert, but the problem with a lot of the experts is they skip a lot of steps that they think everyone knows, but I think at the grassroots level, I can start it off and help teach myself as I do it. So I'm going to work on taking some of my PowerPoint skills from the military and work that into just, educational videos that people can share, help learn how to boost a post. Put out, just that way it's available as a resource. Someone goes, I forget how to boost a post on our Facebook page. Well, that could be useful for Bladder Cancer Canada people, or even just anyone who's volunteering with a non-for-profit event and they want to do that. So I'm going to put together those training videos. That's a big thing I want to do. I've also taken a couple hobbies and things that I'm going to work into. I'm working with a couple of small businesses locally to help build some skills and find out what I want and can do. It's also, like I said, it helped me learn about the civilian work environment. So, other than that, it is September, so we are at the end of the quarter. So as part of my quarterly update, I'll just give you the military side of things. I had a scope last month that was clear. Biggest conversation with the doc was about COVID stuff, and that I don't need to get scared if we go a year between scopes now. Part of the reason I'm walking so far today, just almost at the 12-kilometer mark, is one of the things I got thinking about is when I used to walk before I went to Afghanistan. I did the battle fitness test, which was over 13 kilometers and with pack and stuff like that. I want to get back to those distances, those kind of walks again. I've really enjoyed the walking, realizing I enjoy it, so I want to get back to it. And my goal is to, maybe get the weight vest or something like that to increase the exercise value. But then maybe next year I'll do a video about doing the ruck march part of the battle fitness test that I did back in 2008. Yeah, that was be almost 13 years ago by the time I get to it. But I think that's a goal, and that's a goal I'm going to make for myself, is start walking more and more and find ways to do that. Anyway, like I said, so I'm about 12 kilometers today, kilometer and a half back to the house and the apartment. Keep forgetting I live in an apartment. So what are the things we talked about? We talked about awareness. We talked about what I'm doing. The fact that still doing the scopes, all that's going well, and that I'm going to try and get more involved in the big picture with Bladder Cancer Canada, and let's figure out how to make awareness a really big thing. So I'm going to put some links down in the description, talk a little bit about other things. I'm probably going to write a blog about this as well. I haven't written a blog in a couple months, so I'm getting behind on that, and so I'm going to put some different thoughts there. So look forward to stuff like that, and have a great day.